Hi, and welcome to another edition of Friendly Plastic TV. I'm your host, Linda Peterson of Linda Peterson Designs. And by viewer request, I'm going to show you today how to transfer your photos to Friendly Plastic using your photos and Friendly Plastic Pellets. Now before we begin, you'll want to be preheating your pellets on a non-stick cookie sheet using the Griddle Method, and I've set my temperature just below 200 degrees. Now for this image transfer technique, what I do is I use t-shirt transfers. Now the brand that I use is Avery, and for this particular technique I'm using the light t-shirt transfer paper. The way you can tell it is light is that it has light blue lettering on the back of the transfer paper. So you will edit your images, your photos, make a collage, whatever it is that you want to transfer into any imaging software, and then you'll want to print it out onto your t-shirt transfer paper. I've cut out my image transfer that I want to apply to the Friendly Plastic, and here you can see that I have my pellets melted on a non-stick craft sheet. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to take my transfer and I'm going to place it face down onto the melted pellets. Now this is while they're hot, and I'll burnish this down. Now as you begin or continue burnishing, you'll notice that the backing will begin to lift off, and what you'll do is you'll just simply, just like you would if you were using a rub-on, you'll just simply burnish and pull back a little bit and allow that backing to release, and what you'll have is the transfer directly onto the Friendly Plastic. Now once you have transferred your image onto the Friendly Plastic, it's best to just set it aside and let it cool on its own. Do not place it in water. You'll know when the image is cool because it'll turn a milky white. Now some of this here you can see is not cool, but that's okay. What you'll do now is you'll take and you'll cut your image out to the desired size or the shape using your scissors. Now that I have my piece cut out and into the shape that I want, it's ready for clear casting resin to give it that glass-like appearance, like this one here. Now, as you can see, this one here I have set onto pewter using my metal bezels and bail technique, which is in another video. And I've simply added some wire accents, a little outline sticker, a little rhinestone, and a little dangly to complete this pendant. Now for the next technique, you'll still preheat your pellets and you'll still use your image editing software, except you'll print your images onto a plain sheet of white paper. And I've cut out my image that I want to transfer to the pellets. It is on just plain white typing paper, plain white paper, and I am going to set this image down onto the melted pellets. And here's a hint to get your pellets nice and flat. You can either use a brayer with a little bit of baby oil applied, or you can run these pellets through the pasta machine. Now set this down real firm with your finger and add a couple of spritz of rubbing alcohol to the back. After the pellets have completely cooled, you'll add a little dab of water to your finger and you'll rub the image back and forth, releasing all of the white backing paper. And this will take a little bit of elbow grease. Be careful that you don't rub too much and rub the transfer completely away. Wipe the excess paper fibers away with a soft cloth. You'll cut out your image exactly the same way as you did for the t-shirt transfer technique, and now you'll notice that there may be a little hair or two of paper left on your transfer. That's okay, remove it as best as you can, but now it's time for the clear casting resin. Allow that to dry 24 hours, and what you'll notice is that all those little hairs disappear and you can no longer notice them. It will also brighten up the color of your background. Now here's a finished piece using the exact same technique that I did with this piece. I just manipulated the photo to make it look like a watercolor, and I set it using my metal bezels and bail technique. The only difference is the material that I used is a colored aluminum from Art and Boss. Using image transfers on Friendly Plastic, I know is going to open up a whole new world of possibilities for you. Now, if you like this project and other Friendly Plastic projects, be sure to check us out on our website at www.amico.com. And you can check us out on our blog at friendlyplastic.blogspot.com, where you can purchase kits to this project along with other Friendly Plastic materials and supplies. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again on another episode of Friendly Plastic TV.